If you could retire just 10 years from now, how much would you need to invest every single month to make it happen? Most people think the number is massive. They imagine giant salaries, huge portfolios, or complicated investment strategies. But the truth is completely different. In fact, the monthly amount you need is far lower than what most people believe. And in this video, I'm going to break it all down in the simplest way possible so you can walk away with a clear plan, real numbers, and a roadmap you can start following today. Welcome back to Stock Predictor, where we decode smart money decisions, long-term wealth building, and life-changing financial strategies. Today's deep dive will reveal exactly how much money you need to invest each month to retire in just 10 years. Whether you're starting with zero or already building your portfolio, this video will give you everything you need to get on track. Before we begin, I want you to imagine something, your life 10 years from today. No alarm clocks, no 9-to-5 grind, no boss controlling your schedule. Instead, you wake up whenever you want. You work only if you choose to. You spend more time with your family. You travel. You enjoy freedom. Now, that dream is possible, but it requires understanding one thing: how much you must invest each month to make that freedom real. So let's start breaking it down. To retire, you need a portfolio that pays you enough passive income to live on. This could come from dividends, stock appreciation, rental income, or a mix of investments. Most financial experts use something called the safe withdrawal rate, which basically tells you how much of your portfolio you can withdraw each year without running out of money. The number most professionals use is 4%. This means if you withdraw 4% of your investment portfolio each year, you're likely safe for decades. So the question becomes, how big should your portfolio be to retire in 10 years? Let's keep it simple. If you want $40,000 per year in retirement income, you need about $1 million invested, because 4% of $1 million is $40,000. If you want $60,000 a year, you need $1.5 million. If you want $100,000 a year, you need $2.5 million. But here's where people get stuck. They think these numbers are impossible. They think you need to make six figures or already have money saved. But that's not true. The magic lies in consistent monthly investing and compound growth. Let's look at a realistic scenario first. If you want to retire in 10 years with $1 million, and you're starting from zero, how much do you need to invest every month? If you invest your money into a stock market index that historically returns around 8 to 10% per year, your investments can double, triple, or even quadruple over a decade. At a 10% annual return, the average investor would need to put aside about $4,800 per month to reach $1 million in 10 years. At first glance, that sounds like a lot. But stay with me, because it's about to get way more realistic. What if you already have some savings? If you start with just $20,000 invested, the monthly amount you need drops to around $4,300. If you start with $50,000, the number drops to around $3,900. If you start with $100,000, now you only need to invest around $3,000 per month. And remember, many people underestimate how much their income will grow over 10 years. Most people's earnings increase naturally as they work longer, switch jobs, or learn new skills. But here's the thing almost no one considers. You don't need $1 million to retire if you reduce your expenses, move to a lower-cost area, live abroad, or use dividend-focused investing. You may only need $500,000 to retire if your lifestyle costs less. In that case, how much do you need to invest each month? At a 10% return, you would only need about $2,400 per month to hit $500,000 in 10 years. If you start with $20,000 invested, that number drops to around $2,000. If you start with $50,000, you only need around $1,700. Now let's take this even further, because I want to show you something that shocks people every time. Most people planning to retire early are not starting from zero and are not relying solely on stock market growth. Many are building multiple income streams at the same time: dividend investing, side businesses, real estate, or YouTube channels, just like this one. If you add just $500 per month of side income, your required investment amount drops dramatically. If you build a $1,000 per month online business, you instantly reduce your required retirement portfolio by $300,000. That means the number you need to invest each month becomes even more achievable. Now let's look at 3 realistic profiles. First is the beginner with zero savings. They want to hit $1 million in 10 years. Their required investment is roughly $4,800 per month. That sounds intense, but if their income grows over time and they cut unnecessary spending, it's not impossible for motivated individuals. Second is the average person with some savings. They already have $30,000 or $50,000 saved. Now their number drops to around $3,500 to $4,000 per month. Third is the person building a combination of investments plus side incomes. If they create just $1,000 per month of extra cash flow and invest it all, they can reduce their monthly investment requirement to around $2,300 to $2,700. This is the part that hardly anyone talks about. Retirement in 10 years is not just about investing. It's about optimizing your whole financial system. Your income, your spending, your side hustles, your investments, and even your lifestyle choices all play a massive role. Some people retire early simply because they relocate to a country where the cost of living is half of what it is in the United States. Others retire early because they buy rental properties that generate cash flow. Some retire because they build online businesses that continue paying them long after they stop working. And many retire because they combine all of those strategies. But maybe you're thinking, I can't invest $4,000 a month. That's okay. Most people can't. But here's what you can do. Start today with what you can afford. Invest $200 a month. Invest $500 a month. Invest $1,000 a month. Increase the amount every year. As your income rises, your investments rise. You'd be shocked how quickly your portfolio grows when you give it just a few years of consistent contributions. I want you to think of retirement as a staircase, not an elevator. No one goes from $0 to $1 million instantly. You climb step by step, month after month. Let's talk about where your money should go. Most long-term investors choose broad market index funds like the S&P 500. These funds hold hundreds of companies and offer stable, long-term growth. Others choose dividend ETFs that pay cash every quarter. Some invest in rental properties. Some invest in rights or business ownership. The important thing is not which path you choose, the important thing is that you choose a path and stay consistent. Consistency beats intelligence. Consistency beats timing the market. Consistency beats luck. Now I want to share something powerful. Your money grows the fastest in the final few years of your investing journey. Why? Because compound interest accelerates. If you ever look at a compound interest curve, the first few years are slow. The middle years are steady. But the final years are explosive. Imagine investing for 10 years. Your biggest growth happens between year 7 and year 10. That's why starting today is the most important step. Now let's talk about another secret. You don't need to retire with a huge portfolio if you can reduce your expenses. For example, if you retire in a place where your total annual expenses are $25,000 instead of $50,000, your required portfolio is cut in half. That means you need to invest far less. If you reduce your expenses by $500 a month, your retirement timeline accelerates dramatically. Every dollar you save is a dollar that works for you. Every dollar you invest is a dollar that buys your freedom. At this point, you might be asking, what's the most realistic monthly amount for the average person? The truth is, most people can realistically invest between $500 and $1,500 per month if they optimize their finances. And while that may not guarantee retirement in exactly 10 years, it can get you shockingly close, sometimes in 12 years, sometimes in 15, but still decades earlier than the traditional retirement age. Imagine retiring at 40 instead of 65. Imagine retiring at 45 instead of 70. That is the power of consistent investing. Now let's go one step deeper. If your goal is 10 years exactly, the key is increasing your income. Instead of focusing only on investing more, focus on earning more. Learn high-income skills. Start an online business. Freelance. Create content. Learn digital marketing. Sell products. Start consulting. People who retire early almost always increase their income dramatically over that decade. They don't just cut expenses, they build multiple income streams. And you can do the same. To retire early, you need 3 things: income, discipline, and time. And the best part is, you already control all 3. You can choose to earn more. You can choose to spend less. And you can choose to invest consistently. You can start today even if you don't feel ready. You can start today even if the numbers scare you. You can start today even if you think you don't earn enough. The person who wins is the person who starts, not the person who waits until everything is perfect. In 10 years, you will either be closer to retirement or you will be exactly where you are right now. But the choice is yours. The money you invest today will become your freedom 10 years from now. It will become your safety. It will become your peace. It will become your independence. And I promise you this: 10 years will pass whether you invest or not. So choose wisely. Thank you for watching Stock Predictor. If you want more videos on investing, retiring early, building wealth, and creating financial freedom, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our weekly uploads. Your journey to early retirement starts today, and the future version of you will thank you for the steps you take right now.